The train had been running on its 430,000-kilometer track for 17 years. Over the long journey, it had developed into an independent kingdom. There were fresh vegetable farms, a vast marine life exhibition, refrigerated chambers to keep meat fresh, and a fully equipped private clinic. Over time, a class system emerged. The closer people lived to the front of the train, the wealthier they were. They could dine in high-end restaurants, and their children attended elite schools, living a life of luxury and nightly celebrations. Those at the back were the poorest. They lived in the narrow, dark, last carriages and performed the dirtiest and hardest work to maintain the wealthy passengers' lavish lifestyle. They were called the train's lower class. The harshest part was their diet. For 17 years, day after day, they could only eat high-protein food sent from the front. When a man simply said he wanted to eat meat, his arm was put outside the train. In no time, his entire arm froze solid, and then it was smashed with a heavy iron hammer. Unable to endure it any longer, a special agent named Curtis rallied all the lower-class passengers to rise up. They gathered numerous iron barrels, and on the day the soldiers came to deliver food, they were ready. Curtis seized the moment, stepped out of the crowd in a single stride, grabbed a soldier's submachine gun, and pulled the trigger at his own head. As he expected, the gun was empty. Then all the lower-class people moved. They pushed the barrels forward with all their strength, jamming the carriage doors so they could not close. Outnumbered, the soldiers were quickly overwhelmed. The lower-class passengers had won their first battle. Soon, they arrived at a carriage that resembled a mortuary. There, they found a very important person, Charlie, a senior protein production expert who could open all the train's electric doors. Charlie had a daughter with innate superpowers. She could sense anything within 20 meters. They quickly made a deal with the father and daughter. Charlie opened the door to the next carriage. The passengers opened the long-awaited windows and looked out at the familiar yet strange world. Everyone was shocked. Everything outside was covered in thick ice, lifeless and silent. The bustle and noise of the past were gone. Soon they reached the next carriage. An old man was busy operating a machine. This carriage was the workshop for producing high-protein food. Curtis, curious, climbed up, and the next moment he just stood there, frozen in place.